What's going on, everybody? Today I'm going to do a little comparison of the two different Jericos, or the Jericho 941s. So on the left side we've got a steel frame 45 ACP, and on the right side we've got a polymer frame 40 Smith & Wesson. So I'm just going to go over the handguns, weight, size, triggers, internals, usual stuff, you know. I just want to give people a detailed look at this because I haven't found any videos comparing the two pistols. So, let's get into it. So we'll start off on the guns. We'll just look at the externals. Both firearms have the frame mount or the slide mounted safety. It is a safety decocker, so if I activate the safety, so it is a safety decocker. Generally speaking, if people are carrying this or anything like that, aside from the Israelis, this is usually how you would carry it. You'd carry a chambered round with the hammer down, is usually the way you'd see it being carried. Continuing on with the externals, they both have underside rails mounted on the bottom for your lights, lasers, whatever it is you want to add to them. Continuing on, they both also have a nice stainless steel barrel. I really like that. I like the stainless steel barrel. I think that's really nice. Continuing on, they have, I guess, Novak style sights. Really nice sights. They're very, very tight. Like it's a very accurate pistol. I will get into that. Now, if we start working our way down, you can see on this guy here, the entire frame, everything on this gun is steel. There's no polymer on it other than the grips and the trigger. Slight texturing on the front and the back, not a whole lot, and just the kind of plastic IWI grips. With the polymer Jericho, you've got a fair bit more texturing on the back. It's not too aggressive, but it does work. You've got different style of grips. It's got a different texture to it compared to the steel frame. It also has finger grooves to fit your fingers inside, similar to the idea of, let's say, like the Glock or other firearms like that. Something interesting to note is neither of these firearms have back straps. They have no adjustable back straps or anything like that, so the grip you have is the grip you get. But honestly, if you're comfortable with a 1911 or a CZ75, you'll be right at home with these types of guns. Okay, so let's continue on. In the boxes, when you buy a Jericho firearm, you get a nice, good quality IWI box. And generally inside it, you get the pistol, 2 mags in your cleaning kit, manual, such and such. Nothing too exciting. Before, when I originally bought this one, it came with the gun and 2 magazines. IWI has really, at least from what I've seen, stepped up their game. And with the new pistols, they're offering range kits. So you get the gun, 3 magazines, a holster, and a mag holster. And that's all for, in Canada, under $600. So that's pretty impressive. And the only thing I can say to that is watch out, Smith & Wesson, because IWI is coming for you. Awesome guns. I really like these guns. I don't know what it is, but I'll get into it a little bit further. But holy God, these are amazing guns. Let's compare the triggers. You guys are going to find this interesting. You're probably going to think it's the same trigger, right? It's not. And I'm going to show you. So let's do the double action on the steel frame first. It is unloaded. They're both unloaded. That double action is heavy. It is very heavy, so. Single action's pretty nice. It's got a very nice break to it. I'm going to see if I can rack this and show you guys the reset. I think that did it. Right there. The steel frame does not have a good reset. It's not audible, it's not tactile. I mean, I just barely noticed it. Like, sometimes I've gone all the way to where it needs to reset. Not the best reset. Good trigger, but not the best reset to it. If you know, if you're one of those shooters that shoots to reset. Let's try the polymer one. Okay, double action pull. The double action pull on this one is substantially heavier than this one. I'm not sure if that's just because this gun's still brand new. It's only seen 200 rounds, where this one is seen 1,200. We'll see if that lightens up a bit. I'll show you the single action. Really nice single action. Now let's see if I can reset this one. All right, here we go. You hear that reset? Audible and tactile. Very good reset on this gun. The trigger is so much better. Much, much better trigger on this gun. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to cut the video out for a second. I'm going to field strip these guys. And I'm going to show you guys a good look at the internals. Okay. So, the Jericho pistols ride on an internal frame system, whereas like Glocks or Berettas kind of ride on the outside. The Jericho's, the frame itself, as you can see, rides on the inside of the frame. It rides on rails inside the frame. So right now they both look relatively similar, but once I show you the insides, you're going to see a bit of a difference. So you've got your gun, your slide, your gun. Yeah, this is the gun. You've got your slide, your stainless steel barrel, your locking lugs. Looks very familiar, doesn't it? You've got your guide rod, which is a non-captured guide rod, so the spring can just come out. And the thing I really like about this is it's a steel guide rod. It's not a polymer guide rod, and I really like that. I like steel guide rods. I find it just helps with the quality of the gun. So let's see the inside of the steel frame. You can see it's got a rail system all the way through. Which is really nice. Now the steel frame Jericho, I cannot believe the accuracy of this firearm. Like when I'm shooting this at the range, its accuracy is like, it's amazing. Like I just don't understand I don't know if it's the sights and the combination of the way the barrel is, the way the sighting is, the way the trigger is. I just don't know, but the Jericho pistols in general, the accuracy is incredible. Like, if anybody knows me, they know I'm a Beretta guy. Like, I love the Beretta 92, the PX4 Storm. And it's going to pain me to say this, but I like these guns, or the Jericos per se, I like the Jericos more than the Berettas. And I can't put my finger on it. Let's show you the polymer, the 40. You can tell the slides look identical. Like, if I held it back like that, you can't tell which one's a 40 and which one's a 45, other than you can see the 40. Barrel, guide rod, there, slide stop. Here's your frame. Let's see the inside of the polymer frame. Now, if you'll notice, those rails don't go all the way through. Most of where the slide is mounted is right on the back here, these two rails right here, as well as this guy right here. Now, a lot of people were concerned about durability and accuracy, but like even with the 40, like I cannot believe the accuracy of this firearm. I wish I'd have saved my target because I shot it at 20 meters, and it was incredible. Like, I'm not a marksman in any way, but I just couldn't believe it, like why it was so accurate. These are just amazing, good quality firearms. Now, a lot of people are concerned, while I'm touching on quality, a lot of people are concerned with the polymer frames if they're going to hold up as well as the steel frame variants. And the thing I can say to this is, I mean, the polymer frame Jericos are in heavy use with Israeli law enforcement, and from what I've heard, some military. So, I mean, like, guys, these guns are made in Israel. I mean, this country's been at war since day one. I mean, if it's going to produce a firearm, believe me when I say it will produce a quality firearm. Like when you're handling and shooting these, especially the polymer one, when you're handling and shooting this, it looks cheap, it looks bad, but as soon as you handle this and shoot it and get a feel for it, the quality is amazing, especially for the price. I mean, that's the big feature with these guns is the price. Like Glock, like at least in Canada, mind you, Glock, Beretta, Sig, Smith & Wesson, none of them can compete when it comes to quality for price. And the best part is when you buy an IWI firearm, you know for a fact it's battle proven. You know for a fact it is quality firearm that Israeli military and law enforcement would trust their lives with. Especially that. Everyone loves a Tavor. Okay, I'm going to reassemble these, and I'm going to finish up with the rest of the video. Okay, so we're back to reassembled. If anybody's curious how to take these pistols down, you see those two dots right there? You simply just line it up, and you'll push the, like a 1911 kind of idea, and you'll push this out on the other side. Or you'll push that out. So if we talk about accuracy, I mean, the accuracy of these pistols is par none. Like, there are very few firearms, I feel, that can compete with the accuracy at a box with these guns. Like I said, I don't know what it is, but like these guns, like it got to the point with the Jericho where I was shooting at a target at 15 meters, and I kept hitting almost the same damn spot where I actually started to aim at the outside of the hole just to make the hole on the target bigger. Like that's just how accurate these are, and I don't know what it is. Now, some people will say, with the barrels specifically, they are all stainless steel barrels. The polymer Jericho has polygonal rifling. This 45 steel frame does not. There was a certain time frame where some of them did have polygonal rifling, some didn't. This one doesn't. I don't really care. I mean, a lot of people, oh, it's got to be polygonal, it's got to be, like, what's it matter? This gun is damn accurate. Like, this is the most accurate 45. Like, I sold my Glock 21. I used to have a Glock 21 Gen 4, and I compared it to this a little while ago. If you want to check out that video, go for it. And this gun won in almost every category. There were very few that it could compete, or the very few the Glock I felt could compete with this. So I sold the Glock 21, and I bought this with the funding from it. And after shooting this one, I've got to get my hands on the 9mm. Like, I just gotta. So we've looked at the internals, the externals, quality, frame, accuracy. If there's anything I can really say about these firearms, especially the Jericos, they are probably, if you're looking for a good double action pistol, or a double action single action, like a hammer fire pistol, you're going to be hard pressed to find something that's going to compete with these. Like, I'll write up and say it. Like, if you're looking for a Jericho, no, not a Jericho, if you're looking for a double action, single action pistol, look at the Jericos. I mean, with the kits they're offering right now, like the polymer and the steel frame, with the range kits, you get the, like I said, the mag holster, extra magazine, holster, and the best part is all of it is made in Israel. Like everything you get in that gun is made in Israel, unless you live in the States where you'll probably get an IWI US, but just as good. There's no quality difference. Now, right before I cut this video, a lot of people talk about ammunition. Are they picky? Not from what I've seen. Like, I've got things like Hornady rounds, Hornady hollow points through both guns. I've got S&B, American Eagle. What else have I got through that? Some of the Wolf reloads. What else have I got? Oh, Blazer. Blazer aluminum case, brass case. And these guns eat them all. So I don't know if people complain about quality, but these are good in terms of their ammunition. Trying to think if there's anything else. Break-in. They both had a bit of a break-in. The Jericho, when I first took it out, the first 4 magazines, I had consistent failure to feeds. So I loaded the mags up again. I shot the gun again. It worked fine. So I think, maybe you just need to, especially with the flat nose of the 40, maybe just needed to polish up that feed ramp a bit, but it's 100% now. This guy here, I had 1 stovepipe when I first got the gun, as well as 2 failure to feeds. 50 rounds in, it was working fine. These are fantastic firearms. Anything made by IWI, you know for a fact it's good quality. You definitely gotta look at these firearms if you're in the market. And like I said, with the price and what you get with them, the only other company I can see right now offering a kit like that is Smith & Wesson. And I gotta say, Smith & Wesson, watch out, because these guys are gunning for you. Anywho, thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you all next time.